Hello everybody and welcome back to Comic Studio. In the last video, we just absolutely tried to find our best to search Gacha Life in Comic Studio, but that doesn't exist. This video was recorded in about 30 days ago, and it's not going to be for around here for over 31 days after it was just recorded. I was just scheduled for some sort of video for something like even for reasons like that we absolutely recording for some clips before midnight as well. It's absolutely that it's already closing time for some sort of companies like those things as well. And today we're going to be jumping into Scraps and Friends Comic Studio, and it contains Gacha Life characters from their selves as well. You might going to be avoiding for one of those characters as cringe as warning as well. So we're going to be checking out the Scraps and Friends comic studio, and I might going to get in as really fast as well. So even because of some sort of a banner was kind of one thing as well, so it's not gonna be going for kind of one as well. So we turn on the spoilers on, and as you can see, and not one of the all of the characters like themselves, and especially that the most of the females are anywhere as possible, except this is the brother that we got over here, and this is not gonna be going for getting a little bit as well as we found around here, and the characters that aren't going to be coming soon around here for such as one more time as well. So we probably there's no sign of like those, and the characters are Scraps, Goob, Poppy, Sprout, Cosmo, Razzle and Dazzle, Flitter, Gigi, V, and finally Pebble. So we have not all of those characters that we got here over here. And if I'm gonna be press one of their characters that contains, if I'm gonna be scrolling down, that could be cringe. I can't do that because this is absolutely for pretty worse around here. And remember, all of those characters contains around Gacha Life from those around things as well. So because of this, around for 2 days ago, we discovered that we saw from the internet videos, and probably it's not gonna be for around 2.5. I don't really think it's supposed to be for one and together as well. It's supposed to be for together as for ribbons. And what about the flitter? She looks like a butterfly, like pretty itself, but I don't think it's not going to be even real. It would just not look awful as well. Or maybe it looks like cringe as hell, including Gigi. And what about the television that we possibly have? Yep, this is a television, and what? It's absolutely a dog or something. So next up is gonna be there's nothing around in the sprites except this one. Oh my gosh. So let's see the full effect like those. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely going to be for a little bit for darling as well. So it's oh they're holding a cigarette. Oh my gosh. I feel a little bit for getting stupid now. I feel I'm gonna get stupid or it's just a way as well. So there's no fix. Wait, I mean, I just turned that off for just as well. So this is the text line, and finally the backgrounds doesn't pretty exist. But only Gacha Life characters have just gonna be the only one without submitting sprites. But they do have stripes or like those things as well. I mean, they do have sprites, like it's absolutely possible in the submitted sprites that we got here, including one of their cells, like the big jelly beans. And what about this? It's absolutely pretty that still exists, except here. So, wait, we're gonna be this one. I don't really think there are no backgrounds from anything as well, except one of those things have just recently got over here from those submitted sprites, like anything as well. So, not overall that we're gonna be seeing for some sort of full characters, but I don't let you see this as really even possible as well. So, in over the drafts that we're gonna be started as possible, and we suggested that we're gonna be using for some crossovers. But instead of like one of their characters of Gacha Life, I'm hell no about for the Gacha Life that we got here as well. So if because we keep on not being shown around here for some viewers as well, even though that looks kind of awful as hell, and I don't absolutely gonna be don't want to see like this, as I'm not very even possible as reloaded around here. So this is one of the non-cringe characters. It's only probably Cookie Run characters, because some sort of non-cringe or any kinds of stuff was even for though. And what about you making any of those characters already in Gacha Live that you made for some sort of costumes or costumes like anything for just anything as well. So I might gonna be putting around for some of those characters, even it was. So it might gonna be taking for many more minutes as well. And because I'm starting to get a little bit speechless, and it's not going to be for very much, as we took for so long as well, until 12. So I made just the best decision of my entire of those things as well. It's not the entire of mine as well. This is absolutely made by someone as well, because that is absolutely maintained for some sort of like those things as well. And this is absolutely the username says Scraps, Comic I guess, Creepypasta, Mooney and Coco 1273DA. Uzi the Ang system, Sparrow for like anything as well. I'm probably for many anything as possibly like for some sort of other usernames we took here for possibly as well. So this is the main article about scraps. It's absolutely right now. We just eventually put it around for Cookie Run characters, and especially for many more of those other kinds of those things, such as the Ion Cookie Bot, Cherry Bomb Cookie, Muscle Cookie, and we see the reveal such as this. Oh my gosh. What an absolutely pretty stupidly as well that I just made. So, even though that we got anything as well, starting from the bottom as well, we eventually added Cube and Royal Velvet, because right behind there must be Obama backgrounds that we got over here. There's Obama over here, Drake, Luis Fernando Lopez over here, over the Chevrolets of the Suburban or Tahoes, the HHR. There is Cream Unicorn Cookie, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and another one is Pilot Cookie. PewDiePie right behind is Blackberry Cookie. Some kind of Lincoln Town cars everywhere behind for some sort of Obama's like a lack of hero cookie, and another one is Coffee Cookie. We just eventually added CJ means Carl Johnson, which is absolutely covering the faces with Cherry Blossom and Cream Puff as well, and another one there must be for some sort of Omega Nugget. We possibly added another one. So you want to add another Omega Nugget as well? So here's the fact. Oh my gosh, we added another Omega Nugget as well, such as the man face I got here. So this is the main character of this comic studio as well. It's not the main character as well. And because that does not realize that we told this comic studio, and because that added for mixing around of those characters into Gacha Life Characters around here, and that could turn into some kind of for the Dandy's World reference. It's not gonna be real for something as well. This is not compare for one of those characters, and it's going to be from Dandy's World, or even something that you know it. So even it's possible for one of those characters that users turn into Gacha Life characters, like the Gacha Life versions from those things that we got here, because of the characters are probably almost similar to for something like, I guess, from Roblox. We absolutely possibly didn't search for that even yet to do this as well, and because known as Dandy's World, and it's probably for some sort of a horror game and killer like those things as well, that we probably never seen about this before. Am I gonna be end of this video for something as well if I keep on using for studio crossovers? So that's it all away for today as well, because that I just actually turned into something crazy like this thing before as well. Because I just made something very crazy for around here for some sort of those things, or some kind of crazy trash things as well. So that could be the end, of course. If you're gonna be checking out of this comic studio, the link is gonna be in description, and the main website is gonna be linked in description below for all ages. And because of this comic studio of this only one thing as well, you're gonna be at the age of 16 to access of this comic studio to be checking out of this thing as well. So better yet, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be see you mini lads and comic studio users all later, and I'll be signing off because I just absolutely turned into something crazy, because before I'm speechless and back in one thing as well. So I'll think for that later, and I wouldn't rather be able to be coming back